Hi. Hi, guys. And of course, I'm receiving messages on chat and everywhere. Hello. I recently got my dreads in. Of course, my boyfriend Josh did them. And of course, they're extensions. And they're all the way back to my mohawk. But I kind of wanted to leave half of them down for today. Look, I got these cute little jewels for my hair now that I added in. Some of them are like these little cute rings. And then other ones have these cute swirls on them. And then I have some that have where's the swirl with the pentacle? Somewhere over here. This one. Yep. This one has nope. It's the other one. Where is it? Uh-huh. This one has a little pentacle hanging from it, a little five-pointed star. Hi, Mama. Hi, Leolyn. I'm happy to be live. I haven't been live in a little bit. Well, lies. I was live the other day. So I want to show you guys. I'm going to start this live. We have a couple of people in here. I wanted to show you guys my new Jonasa Jaus deck. And this is the same as her Stunning Tarot, which is her second tarot deck that Jonasa Jaus has created. This is the first edition of the Stunning Tarot, and this is the second edition. And literally, you guys, she opened the orders for this on the 28th of November. That was like right after Thanksgiving. And I ordered it, but I did not think that it was gonna be so like she had it ready to go almost. And the orders came in and they went through and I just received it today. So it was very, very quick. Hi, Steven. So again, these two are the same deck. This is the first edition, Stunning Tarot by Jonasa Jaus. And this is her second edition. And of course, I opened it. I opened the seal right here. I opened the seal because I had to look at it. I had to look at it, and it didn't come in order, so I had to put it in order or somewhat into some type of order. But I got it in an order, and I had to go back and put my Stunning Tarot in order so I could do the comparison for you guys. Because I know the colors are very similar, but she kind of changed them a little bit. And there's a couple of cards that have been changed also in the deck. Hi, Deborah. I'm feeling way better. I need to be very thankful. I just found out some really sad news today that my cousin's dad back in Puerto Rico, where he lives, he passed. He was 59 years old, and he always suffered from a heart condition, but he didn't have a heart attack or nothing like that. Like, he was okay, but he had heart conditions, and he got sick with COVID, and today he passed. So I really have to be thankful that me catching COVID, like, and being okay right now, like, I need to be so thankful for that because, like, her dad was healthy. Like, yes, he had a heart condition, but he was healthy. It's not like he was an overweight person or nothing like that. Like, he was healthy. He was 59 years old. I mean, athletic and everything. And, he caught this virus, and he got complications because he suffers from the heart. And, like, he did not make it. I was 2 weeks legit, like I couldn't move from bed. Like I was over it. My body aches, dizziness. I mean everything. Like it's crazy my experience about like my experience catching COVID. But this video is not about that. I've been thinking of maybe going live on Mama's group on Facebook or even on here and speaking about my experience with the virus. But yeah, it's sad that COVID keeps taking people that we care about away from us. And it's not fair. It really is not fair that, like even healthy people, like you don't have to be unhealthy to catch this. Like, you know, it's really sad. It's sad that this virus is not going anywhere, that it's gonna be a year soon, like in a few more months, it'll be a year that we've been dealing with this. And like, just nothing seems to be fixed at all. Like, it doesn't seem to be fixed. And, it just sucks that some of the people running our government isn't doing what they should be doing and closing everything down. And all they care about is money, 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 and their businesses and all this and all that, when, our numbers keep going up. And I don't know what else to say about it. But thank you guys. My condolences go to my cousin for losing her father. And yeah, please try to stay home if you don't work. If you gotta go to the grocery store, that's fine. At this point, I would even tell you guys, please wear gloves. Go out. If you're gonna go out shopping, if you're gonna go to the supermarket, if you're going thrifting, if you're especially thrifting, and if you're going like to the flea market and stuff, please wear gloves. Like, wear gloves if you have to go out or you need to go out or you're super bored at home. And just try to not always go out. Forget about clubs, forget about the bars, things like that. Like, honestly, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. This virus is very, very strong. I've gotten flus in my life that I've been like 5 or 6 days in bed. But when this virus had me on the 12th and 13th day, literally 2 weeks in bed, that I couldn't do shit and I felt like shit, I was like, wow, like I survived it. I'm 31. But someone that is healthy might have a past heart condition, like my cousin's father, and was only 59 years old. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Take vitamins, please. Vitamin Z, vitamin C, vitamin D. I took zinc. My aunt sent me this cocktail. They call it a vitamin cocktail of certain vitamins you should be taking. I was taking elderberry, and that helped me a lot. Here's my COVID tip. When you go to the grocery store, leave a wet wipe on your tire to wipe your hands when you get back to your car. All right, guys, enough of COVID. I've had it with COVID already. I'm sick of COVID. And I think I might want to get together with Mama and the other admins and kind of redo a COVID banishing ritual to kind of put our work into that again and set that energy out again, All right, guys. So what we're here for is for the Stunning Tarot second edition. So this is my first edition and this is my second edition. And by the way, I am so excited and I love the fact that Jonasa Jaus went tiny. I love it. It's very pocket edition and I love that. It's very on the go. I love the box, I will say, even though this box is beautiful with all the red. I love the new box. It's smaller. Let's open The Stunning Tarot. So a couple of differences off the bat. Size, of course. The Stunning Tarot first edition was hand cut. What that means that the cards might be a little bit rough around the edges. Like if you see some of the cards, they're not like super perfectly smooth all around deck because the cards were hand cut. You see that on the edges? But I love this deck. That adds to the look of it. That's the original, the Stunning Tarot first edition. For the second edition, she even sent me a little thank you card, and I love this. I'm going to add this to my tarot journal. And it has this beautiful artwork on this side. So, I love the new backs. Oh my God, the new backs. I'm crazy over the new backs. So, right off the bat, let me put my little card in here so I don't lose it. Okay. So, let's talk about backs. This is the original back, red and black. Also, the cardstock is still glossy. I think it's very similar cardstock, just this one for the first edition was maybe a slight thicker and, of course, hand cut. And then this one is maybe a tad bit thinner, I think. Well, they're almost the same thickness. But somehow this one looks and feels thinner. And of course, see the smoothness of this deck? And this one, again, because it's hand cut, it has those rough edges, which I love. I love the rough edges on this. I really do. But you guys do feel the thicker that cardstock is, right? It's like super thick. That's the first edition with the red backs. And so her new edition has this beautiful starburst of colors that I love. Oh, she changed the Fool. Let me make sure I have the minors in order real quick. So what I have, Pentacles, Swords, Cups, and Wands. Did I put it in that same order? No, I did not. Pentacles, Swords, Cups, and Wands. Yeah. Pentacles, Swords, Cups, and Wands. Or was it Wand and Cups? Pentacles, Swords, Cups, and Wands. Yeah. Yes, sir. I love that back. Oh my God, I love the new backs. I'm like obsessed. So she used the same colors, but she kind of tweaked them down. And some of them she brought the brightness up, and some of them she brought the brightness down. And you'll get to see that. Right off the bat, she changed the artwork for the Fool card. Now, in the Fool card, we do get this, right? Because of her kimono, we get a sense of it being a Japanese woman, and she's under this leafless tree. And she has the clouds in the back, and she's staring into the water. This is really red. I love these colors. Actually, where's my lamp? Of course, you guys, this wouldn't be one of my lives if I didn't have to run and go get something. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, guys. I want to get to this cool book light because it's really bright. So, Ugh, it's in my eyes. Okay. There we go. We see more of the color. That's what I wanted, for you guys to see more of the color. It's a really bright pink red. I love it. So this is the original first edition of the Stunning Tarot. This is the Fool. And this is the new Fool. So you see kind of like the sky in the background is the same thing, except, in the first edition, she's staring into the water. And here she is actually looking up into the rain. So she switched to Fool. The Magician stayed the same, but here is where you can see where she tweaked the colors a little bit. Like, okay, sorry, I'm doing this backwards. Wrong side. Or actually, I don't know if it looks backward on your side. Okay, so in the first edition, this is the Magician. She didn't change the Magician much, except the colors. So now you see some of the stuff that were in that deeper, dark red pink color. She introduced it over here in a lighter pink. She went lighter with the purple instead of this purple. She went more with like a lilac color. But I love the changes she made. I like it. I like both editions, to be honest. I am a collector of Jonasa Jaus. I don't know if I even pronounce her name properly, but it is written Jonasa Jaus or Jonasa House in Spanish because she does live in Spain. So in English, I just pronounce it as Jonasa Jaus. The High Priestess, again, she kept the High Priestess, but here she kind of switched it around also. In the first edition, we had a white background with our red High Priestess, and in the new deck, we have this High Priestess. I love either or. I really like this though. So you definitely see the changes in color. She really did use the same color palette, but she tweaked the tones here and there. This is the Empress. And I love this deck. This is her second tarot deck. Her original deck is Jonasa Jaus Tarot, which I have 4th edition and 5th edition. And I have a video on that already. The Emperor, again, same image, but she did change the colors a bit more. I like this one in the example of the Emperor because we get to see his eye and it's his expression on the eagle here, her expression on the eagle here, the eagle's expression. I'm referring to the eagle himself or the Emperor. His expression on his face in this card stands out more than here. So I really like that. The Hierophant. Don't get me wrong, though. I love the original. That rich red. Oh, my God. She changed the Lovers. So this is another card that she changed. Oh, wow. Ooh, and the Chariot. Okay, I'm excited. All right. Okay, I'm super excited. So this is the original Lovers in the Stunning Tarot, 1st edition. And this is the new Lovers. I love both Lovers. That original Lovers is beautiful too. But look at this. Oh, I get all that passion. That passion from the Lovers. I love both Lovers. I really do. So the Chariot, it looks like a different card, but of course it's the same card, the same image, but she switched the color on the horse. Justice, same image. It changed a little bit. Hmm. I am loving this. I'm really, really loving this. This was subtle. The Hermit. So in the original, we have the purple sky, right? And then the red ground and red. Right here, we have some foliage or some plants. And we have the Hermit, right, in his travels barefoot. And you could barely notice the footprints here. Here, you notice them a little bit more, which I like that. We have some more darker shading on the foot and on the leg. Ooh, and she also changed the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the original Wheel of Fortune here, we got this beautiful flower, but she has a face on it, right? You have a face right here of almost like she looks like almost like the flower's dying, right? And then we have a baby here in the ground, um, almost as if like a rebirth, like almost like a life. This image actually reminds me more of death for the Wheel of Fortune, but I do love this Wheel of Fortune. Here she switched it and she gave us a different plant or maybe similar flower. Maybe it's still supposed to represent the same flower, but here we see more of the roots of that flower and that plant in the new edition. Here we have a fetus. Here we don't. Strength stayed the same. The red you can tell has been tweaked down, toned down a little bit. We have more of an orange, right? And here we have that bright red. The Hangman. No, switch the colors again. I'm sorry if you guys hear any background music, noise, or people talking loudly, or even a little bit of Selena playing in the background because my mom's listening to music in the living room. So this is the Hangman. Death is the same. I love this death card, right? We get the rebirth of that snake shedding her skin. And here she switched temperance a little bit. I mean, the concept is still there. I like the new temperance, but I loved the old temperance. So in the old one or the first edition, we have these. You can tell they have wings, so they have like their wings, and they also have like a wings coming out their ears, or almost like a crown. You could tell they're wearing something around their forehead with the wings on the side, right? So we get this very Hermes kind of feeling, right? Like a almost like a circlet with the wings on either side. This is the first edition, and then in the new edition, we get more of the Christian concept of angels and what they look like. The devil stayed the same, with the exception of that lighter color. I love this devil, but you could definitely the features stand out more in this color to me at least than in this one. The tower remained the same. I love this tower again. Oh my god, these colors. And I'll be honest, I love both the first and second edition. And I love them for very for different In different ways, I love them. It is the same deck. Most of the images are the same. The colors are tweaked off, but I do love, for example, the size of the first edition being hand cut cards and having those more rough edges, and then the second one being almost like a pocket edition. The star. Deborah heard beady beady bum bum. I'm sorry. Here we have the moon. I love her though. I love Selena. Oh my god, Selena. So beautiful. Um oh, she was so beautiful. So beautiful. And her music too. Here we have the same image, but she has changed the background. And on the new edition, we have a full moon. On the first edition, we have a crescent moon. I love both. Am I skipping? Am I coming in and out? I feel like my computer's trying to do something and I see my screen going like this. But then I don't know if that's just me, if I'm going in and out, or if my video is skipping. Am I running okay? Looks okay to me. Okay. So here we have the sun, and of course, it's a beautiful sunflower. Let me just tell you, I love Jonasa Jaus, and what I even love her first tarot deck, Jonasa Jaus Tarot, was so beautiful, and the artwork is still so beautiful. And for the fifth edition, she changed it up a little bit, but still used the same artwork. And then for this second deck, the Stunning Tarot, like if you look at it, it's her art. It's like it's two different decks. They almost look like two different people made them, but of course, it is the same artist. But her art is just like so different, and her concepts are so different. If you look at the Stunning Tarot and the Jonasa Jaus Tarot, and you put them next to each other, you're like, oh my god, they're almost like opposites, and not really opposites, but it's like two different worlds, right? That she has created, and I am so excited to see what else she is going to do, because literally I became a tarot deck collector because of Jonasa Jaus. I hunted her down. I wanted the original deck for like ever. I waited a whole year to get the fourth edition of her tarot deck just because I didn't want to buy the first, second, or third edition out of print, because there's people online selling it for over $400, and I don't have that type of money, and I refuse to pay that much for the deck. So I waited an entire year, because when I messaged her, I was following her on Instagram. I found her on Instagram. I was following her, and I inquired, sent her a message if she had any prints of her original deck, like on hand or anything that I can purchase from her. But she didn't have anything. She told me you can check for it out of print somewhere. I know people sometimes are selling it, but she said she told me I'm gonna be releasing it in 2019. I messaged her 2017, and she told me for 2019 I will be releasing a fourth printing of that deck. And I waited. I waited what I had left of 2017. No, 2018? Yeah. What I had left of 2018 and all of 2019 to get the fourth edition last year. So I waited, but I love her, and her art is so beautiful and so worth it that she made me want to collect all types of different decks from different artists. So here we have Judgment. Let me bring them closer so you can see. We have an eye in the sky, in the clouds. The all-seeing eye. And we have the world. Now I'm gonna some of them, for example, like in the pentacles, they're Egyptian, and you can see it's the same artwork, just the yellows. So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit on here. Two of Pentacles. Here she changed the white background from yellow. I like that. I really do. The 5 is the same. Six is the same. 7 is the same. 8. So also what I've noticed in the first edition, we have the titles, 8 of Pentacles. On the second edition, we have the Roman numerals. So that changes too. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, Mama would love this. I must admit I like this stupid deck, but I still don't want to. Aww. Mama, look. So the 10 of Pentacles is Sekhmet. And this is the original, right? The original 10 of Pentacles in her deck. And look at it now. I love this. And we have Sekhmet sitting on her throne with a white kitty. I love this. Page of Coins. So she did keep the titles for the court cards. The court cards do have their titles. Thoth or Thoth. I've heard people call him Toth. I've heard people pronouncing it as Thoth, Toth, Toot. I've heard something like that. Someone referred to him as Toot. I love the new segment, right, Mama? Come on, you know you wanna. Warrior of Coins. So the knights are called warriors. And I love that because what is a knight? A knight is a warrior. The Queen of Pentacles. We have this very Cleopatra vibe. And the King. King Tut. This reminds me of King Tut or King Tutankhamun. You can't make me want it, Hexen, you brat. Wow, you always make me want it, Dex, so now it's your turn to want it. Let me check real quick. I follow her on Instagram. She has her shop. Jonasa Jaus. It's still available. The new one, the second edition. It's a 40 euros. I think I paid. What did it come up to? I forgot what it came up to. I gotta check, Mama. I'll let you know. But I know I didn't pay more than like $60 for it, I think, with shipping. So the sword suits we have. So I'm sorry. The pentacle suits we have Egyptians. In the sword suit we have mermaids. which you would think mermaids would be in the cups and not the swords, obviously, because mermaids are aquatic creatures. But I kind of like that she did her own thing and she put the mermaids in the sword suits. And then in the cup suits, we have more of a Turkish genie-ish, a thousand nights type ish. So this is the swords. Yeah, we have more like an Aladdin type of vibe. Or gypsy, like in some of the cards they look like gypsies, in other cards because of adjusting the like um the type of clothing they're wearing, they look a little bit more like Turkish. But I'll show you guys when we get to that suit. I love this with the purple background. Yes. The mermaid stands out more for the Two of Swords. And you definitely get that trying to make a decision. The Three of Swords. Very minimal here. You guys see, though, the changes she made in the colors. The Five of Swords. I see more of her here than here. I get why she changed the coloring, though. But I love the original, too, with all that red. Oh, all those bright colors. The colors she chose are just amazing. Seven of Swords. The Eight. The Nine. The 10. Page. Warrior. Oh, she's beautiful. Queen. I really like the colors in the new one. It's just because it brings some of the images, like even here in the King of Swords, you'll see. And it kind of, I think it's cool the way she did it, because here we have mermaids and water, right? Associated with swords. And I think it is very interesting. We don't see that a lot in a lot of decks. And I just thought it was very cool the way she kind of incorporated that together. Damn, I like this suit too. You're a bad man. The King of Swords. So for the Ace of Cups, so here we go. I get Aladdin vibes from this. Here, she made the suits pink. You see what I mean? So this is the suit of cups. I like this pink color. That's different. Two of cups. I love it. I mean, I really do. I love what she's done to it. The Three of Cups. See, they look almost like gypsies. I love this new pocket edition. I keep calling it pocket edition. She doesn't call it a pocket edition. It's just a second edition, but I'm calling it a pocket edition because it's like a pocket size. I love what she did here with the Four of Swords. What happened to my Four of Swords? There. So here she added like stars to the sky and a crescent moon. The Five. We get Aladdin sitting down, trying to take one of the cups. I'm kidding, Aladdin. Six of Cups. Mom is gonna like this. The Seven of Cups. We have for the Seven of Cups, we have a pair of, oh my god, I'm such a squirrel. A pair of peacocks, male and female. And so if you guys didn't know, the female peacock does not carry the long feathers that open up as a fan. That's actually the male peacock carries that, and he uses that to attract the female peacock. I get the Seven of Cups with the peacock because when you think of the Seven of Cups, right, and all the different cups and what they all represent, for me, I think of when I look at a Rider Waite Seven of Cups, right, I see like your wishes, or in different cups, right, you have like your fantasy world, or things like that, right? And when I think of fantastical things or fantastical creatures or anything that, right, if like, or very like Wonderland type, right, like another otherworldly place, and I look at a peacock, it comes to me. Like I understand it. Why she would use peacocks as a Seven of Cups. I understand it because when I think of a peacock, I think of the beautiful feathers and the colors and how this beautiful creature kind of like, to me, I just think about like magic and desires and almost like limitless potential. That's just me, or at least what the peacock represents in my practice. Now, peacocks are sacred to my Orisha, Yamaya. They are sacred to her, and I actually have a peacock feathered fan that belongs to her. It's on her altar. Enough about that. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. Here we have two cobras, a king cobra and a queen cobra. Page of Cups. I'm on live. Be quiet. uh, my life. Warrior of Cups. I dropped the card. The Queen of Cups, of course. Why do you have to be so loud? Jesus. Queen of Cups. King of Cups. Ace of Wands. So, of course, in the cup suit, we have these very 1001 Nights theme going on. In the wands, we have witches. We have a witches theme. Very Salem witches. Why? Because we have goats in this suit. We have very almost like a Baphomet type, witches devil, if you will, type of theme going on. And this is my favorite suit in this deck. So this is the Ace of Wands. I really do. It's very, very pagan. Three of Wands. So here we have that triple goddess, maiden mother crone, or maybe even a coven of three witches working their magic. I love this suit so much. It's my favorite suit. It really is. So for the Four of Wands, here we have a woman, a horned woman with her child. And in the original, we only got the shadow, right? With the child. Because of the shadow, we know it's a woman or represents a woman or a mother, right? And then in this one, we actually see her face. Oh my god. My parents, like, they get on my nerves. It's like they can't just respect when someone has something to do, and I nicely ask for silence, and then they know I'm fucking live. My door is closed. Okay. Five of Wands. So here we have the wands laid out on the floor, and we have a witch in full circle with her grimoire or book of shadows in front of her, and we have these candles, right, burning in those high flames. And then here we don't have those flames, right? So what I'm getting the feeling of here, it's almost like here she is beginning to create that sacred space. She is beginning to cast that circle. She is beginning to light her candles and work up that energy. And then here in the first edition, I almost see as if that circle is already cast. Her spell is being cast, and the magic is going up into the cosmos, into reality. That's what I see here. Am I coming up with a glitch? Because I keep on seeing my screen kind of like either flickering, or I don't know if it's me when I move the table and maybe the camera goes like this and it kind of like looks like it's going to shut down or something. Or is it just me? I do need my own place, Mom. I'm working on that. Oh, your place. Yes. Here in the Six of Wands, we have this witch, right? And she has her wand up and she's casting that energy out into the universe. So the Seven of Wands, to me, it really does represent the witch's Sabbath, right? What witches are known to be doing their Sabbath. In and this, when I say witches, I'm referring to more in a traditional witchcraft type of way, or in that old traditional witchcraft in which the horn god, was seen as the devil, or what people in the outside or not witches would say is a devil, but is really not a devil. So here we see the witch's horn god, right? And if you look up close, we have witches around him, and they are there now. They are in spirit, right? Almost as in an astral spiritual kind of way. They are around him and surrounding him in more of a spiritual form than in actually physically being there. That's what I get from this Seven of Wands. I get that witch's Sabbath. You see the women here, right? And she's she's in the nude and her body. She's laying next to him, and there's another one over here. I love this suit. This really is my favorite suit in this deck. So for the Eight of Wands, right, we get that flight or that going straight forward into what we want or what we're looking for, or taking that leap of faith and just going for it. We have her here. She's flying on her besom into the night. I love this card. For the Nine of Wands. I think for some things this light is good, for other things it's too bright. There we go. And never let go. I could fall in love. I love that song. So here we have the tens. We have a kitty, a familiar. We have the Page of Wands. The Warrior. The Queen. And I love this King of Wands. There we have the Horned God as the King of Wands. And he has that pose that the Baphomet is known for. The as above, so below. And that, you guys, is the second edition of Jonasa Jaus Stunning Tarot. So this is the box for the first edition, which was the big deck, which I love her first edition. There was nothing wrong with it. And I love the second edition. New box, same deck, different backs. We get more of a range of colors, still within that that color scheme, but she does play with lighter and darkers. And I really love the wand suit. It's my favorite suit of her deck. I mean, it really is. Like, I could only imagine she did like oh my God, imagine she does like a witch, like a new witches tarot, like just for witches, like in the world of, like in the fantasy world of witches, like goddess, horn god, like, oh my God, that'd be so cool to see her do that in the aspect of just the wand suits. Oh my God, I'd go crazy. But I do love that the way she did this deck. We have different types of paths. We have Egyptian in the Pentacles. We have mermaids in the swords. We have Middle Eastern in the cups. And then we have the witches for the wands. And I love it. I really do. I do. I do. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. I really did not become a crazy tarot collector. You should see me now. Like, it is bad. And I have another deck that I haven't unboxed. It is bad. On eBay looking for out of print decks, like older decks. I've gotten my hands on a few already, and oh my God, like, if it's not Crystal Skulls, then it's tarot. When it's not tarot, it's Crystal Skulls. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Tomorrow I'm paying off my box from Mystic Dragon's Lair, and I am so excited. That box has so much stuff. So I get to pay it off tomorrow and get my box next week. So you'll definitely see me do an unboxing for that. I think we all collect something or another. Honey, I'll let Moon. I collect too much stuff. um, I also want to let you guys know that I will be doing another live sometime this weekend. Most likely on Sunday because tomorrow's a crazy day for me and so is Saturday with work. But I'm off Sunday. And so I'm thinking of doing an update on my spirited dolls. I've acquired a couple of more. I am working with puppets and dolls in so many different ways. And I have spoken about them in my past Spirited Dolls video, but I haven't gone into depth on what I do with different types of dolls. I have spirited dolls that I work with those particular spirits. I use some dolls for healing work or when as a puppet, right, to send healing to somebody, um, or whatever the purpose is. If you're trying to send, prosperity for somebody, health for somebody, love for somebody, whatever it is that you're working with, your purpose, and so I've acquired a couple of dolls. I've acquired a batch of Mayapple. Now, Mayapple is what people call American mandrake root. The real original mandrake root is European mandrake, and that grows in Europe. What you get here in the US is American mandrake, which is called Mayapple, and it is associated with mandrake. It is from the mandrake family, but it is American mandrake and it is called Mayapple. And so I've acquired American mandrake, a batch of it, and um, Mandrake wants to be human. I'm not gonna go all into Mandrake right now, even though I want to, but that's gonna be a whole separate video on Mandrake. And of course, you have to handle it with care because it is toxic, it is poisonous. But the reason why I bring up Mandrake is because I'm going to also talk about mandrakes and the use of dolls with Mandrake. That's how I use it. And yes, that is what's coming up. We're going to be talking about dolls, spirited dolls, haunted dolls. If you guys want to talk a little bit about haunted dolls, I don't have any dolls. When the label haunted is attached to something, the word haunted almost gives it a negative connotation, or it kind of associates that the spirit inside of or attached to the doll is a malevolent spirit of a low vibration. And so I wouldn't call them a haunted doll unless that would be the spirit attached to them. I collect spirited dolls. That's what I call them. That's what I refer to them. And I don't have, at least none of the dolls that I've acquired have any malevolent spirits attached to them. So I have a new one that I'm going to introduce, but I will do that on my doll video. And yep, that should be coming up hopefully Sunday if I have time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was so last minute, right? I received this in the mail today. I wasn't expecting it to come so early. I was surprised, and I love the new box. Oh my god, those colors. This is the original. This is the Stunning Tarot by Jonasa Jaus, and this is the Stunning Tarot second edition. It's a pocket. I love it. It's a pocket size. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Like my video, please. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.